Hi folks, my name is Karen Beadle and I work out at Results Only Fitness with you. Bobby recently reached out and asked me if I would do a couple recipe videos for everyone to do while they're stuck at home. So today I'm going to focus on a snack first, something that your kids could easily help you with. It's a portable snack. You can pop them in your mouth before you work out. You can take it on a hike with you. Your kids can put them in their backpacks if and when they ever get to go back to school. I'm going to go over the ingredient list first. All right, so we're going to start off with 1 cup of Old Fashioned Oats. These are just the regular oats. Make sure you don't get steel cut oats. That's a totally different thing. The difference between steel cut and regular oats is that the steel cut oats, to turn them into regular oats, they flatten them. That's the difference. You want the flattened Old Fashioned oats. The next item is unsweetened shredded coconut. It doesn't matter if you use the real fine shred or if you use a larger shred, but make sure it is unsweetened. The sweetened version will be way too over the top sweet. And I'm just gonna pour them all into my dry ingredients bowl. The next item is ground flax meal. Flax also comes in seeds, but for this recipe you have to grind the seeds before you can use it. So you can grind it in a high-speed blender or a food processor, but you do want your seeds ground. The next item are chocolate chips. I happen to have some mini chocolate chips laying around. I also have regular chocolate chips. You can easily make this recipe vegan by seeking out vegan chocolate chips. You just have to look on the label. If there's no milk solids in there, you're good to go. I seek out vegan chocolate chips because my body doesn't tolerate dairy any longer. And then for dried fruit in this, I chose dried figs. I chopped them up pretty fine to keep the consistency on all this close to each other, so it's easier to form into the bites a little bit later on. You can use any kind of fruit you like. If you like dried blueberries or strawberries or cherries, raisins, anything like that, you can go ahead and mix that, add that in there. But you do need to chop it smaller. I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit. So when you add it to the wet ingredients, it mixes better. Okay. Next, we're gonna move on to our wet ingredients. This is a 1/2 cup of all natural peanut butter that needs to be stirred up pretty well. And you can see it's pretty liquidy, which is advantageous to the mixing process of this. Then I have 1 teaspoon of real vanilla extract. You want to pour that in also. And use the real stuff. It makes a difference in a recipe that is not calling for any kind of cooking. Then we're going to go with 1/3 cup of local honey. Local honey is good because it does help with your allergies. And this is just going to get poured right in here. And your spatula needs to be pretty stiff for this. There will be a point where you're just going to give up the spatula and go in with your hands to get that all really mixed up well. And I am at that point. Then you just kind of squeeze it between your fingers, mash it all in there. This is something that your kids can really get into and have a lot of fun with. It could also get pretty messy in your kitchen too. So if I go like this with my hand, it's definitely gonna hold together. All right, next thing we're gonna do is portion them. Now in the world I was in before, when I used to feed athletes, we had to serve them the exact same amount of calories and macronutrients and know exactly what we were serving them. So that's where portioning comes in. That's where I know that each one of these is 120 calories. Your portion scoop will get sticky in between, so you need to press it down a little bit with your thumbs. Just pop it out, like that. And you repeat this until they're all finished. Okay, as I was portioning, I realized a lot of you probably don't have a number 40 portion scoop in your kitchen. So the alternative is a 2 tablespoon scoop, which is what a number 40 is the equivalent of. Or on a digital scale, it's about 25 grams. Then instead of a flat little scoop, you can just squish it in your hands and form it into little balls or little squares, or however you want to do it. But little balls work. The way I used to store them for my athletes is we would individually put them in a portion cup, just like that. Then you can just throw it in your purse. The way I store them at my house is I just grab a container, put them in here with a nice tight lid, and that's it. Okay, all right, so there's my weekly, or more than weekly, allotment of little bites. I also have my portable version. The recipe makes about 25. You can double it for 50. I have the proportions here on the recipe, which Bobby will make sure that you get a copy of. It has all the instructions, and it also has the nutrition on that. So enjoy the peanut butter flax bites, and thank you very much.